Well, Don and Cynthia, it's so nice of you to join us. How long have you been acquainted with the Stockton Symphony? Was there anybody who introduced you to the Stockton Symphony?
Phyllis had introduced us.
You're talking about Phyllis Trachiotis, right?
Yes, Phyllis Trachiotis.
Our former finance manager, I should say.
We know her from church, and she met us there and invited us to a concert, and so we've been hooked ever since.
Now, I understand that the two of you have a special personal connection with Santa and Mrs. Claus. How long have you known them?
For about 29 years now. After going through an interview with him, he selected and said, I'd like you to be our liaison.
So he said that directly.
He did.
Wait, did you just... Santa and Mrs. Claus, this is a real honor. I don't think I've ever had a Zoom with Santa and Mrs. Claus before. In today's world, do you guys do a lot of Zoom sessions?
No, we really don't. We really enjoy the personal touch and just being in person.
The list that you keep of who's naughty and who's nice, do you still do that by hand, or do you use like an iPad or a computer?
We have my elves that go through the list every day. Who's on the naughty, who's on the nice list. Your name has been on it a couple times, Maestro. So,
well, which part of it? Have I been on the naughty or the nice part, or both?
No, you've been on the nice list. You do great work.
That's a relief. I was wondering about this. And how much do you pay the elves?
They are paid with candy canes and the cookies that Mrs. Claus makes.
There's a couple who just love the peanut butter and chocolate cookies. Santa's favorite is snickerdoodle, and so we make those, and several of the elves follow along with him, and so you can find any flavor at our North Pole.
Oh, that's great. Now, we were talking earlier with Don and Cynthia Pascarella about how Santa and Mrs. Claus are able to have a much different way of using time than us mortals can usually use time. Do you visit a lot of different symphony orchestras around Christmas time, or is the Stockton Symphony somehow special?
The Stockton Symphony is very special.
Wow, we are so honored. Well, I know that you're very busy around this time of year, but I want to ask you a question, because both of you have spent so much time bringing joy and cheer and gifts. If we wanted to give Mrs. Claus and Santa a gift, what would we get you?
Peace and love and people being happy around the world, just finding happiness in what they have and being together.
Knowing the joy that is given. So we really don't need anything back because we are so blessed that way.
I wish everybody was as unselfish as you both are. That is just so wonderful. It's always humbling and delightful and a big honor for us and the whole audience to see you. We'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you.
Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas.